The quest for adequate housing for Kenya's growing urban population has remained elusive, with delayed approvals for multi-billion shillings project courtesy of unharmonized regulations to blame. Housing and Urban Development Principal Secretary Aidah Munano, however, says the situation will be soon addressed following plans to set up a one-stop approval center for constructors modeled around the Huduma Center concept.
Something we are working on, and we are actually taking it to cabinet, is to have a one-stop approval station so that when you are doing construction, you don't have to roam all of us getting all kinds of approvals. So we actually want to introduce the approval systems of construction into a Huduma kind of setup.
This is in addition to easing the business environment for the private sector and introduction of new building technologies meant to help bridge the huge housing supply deficit.
You know what informs the delivery rate and also the costing? They are the materials that you use, the technology that you use, the cost of land, and even the processes and the cost of finance. So we are looking into all of this to make sure that all of these are harmonized and we get rates that enable Kenyans, not just the government, that enable Kenyans also to have it to easily construct within their means. Yeah?
Even with the construction booming in the country, it has emerged that only 16% of current contractors in the country have been formally trained. The National Construction Authority is, however, bridging this gap by accrediting existing constructors without formal education based on their skills.
Borrowed a leaf from the South African system, where we are finding modalities of accrediting skilled workers who may not necessarily have the requisite technical skills supported by paper in terms of training, but they have the experience of having been on the sites all these many years.
The National Construction Authority is working with the Buildings Inspectorate to identify faulty structures that have already been inhabited with a view of bringing them down.
And the building inspectorate is able to actually go to a building that is already in occupation. But what we do, we work together, all the agencies within the construction sector, so that we can address some of these issues. Our prayer, of course, down the line is, if possible, if we could have a revision to our act so that we would also be able to inspect buildings that have already been occupied. But for now, and I like saying it very loud, if there's any construction going on and it does not have a site signboard, that is a recipe for disaster.
They were speaking during this year's National Construction Exhibition. Nicholas Ndwati, News Hour Business.